I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Samantha once again. We're about to another review. There's another paid request, this time from Chad. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of reviews or topics, reactions, re-reviews, randomness, out of the blueness, commentaries, whatever, feel free to send them either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And also excuse all the background noise, people pounding the nails, neighbors' roosters, doing their thing, the thunder, the lightning, God himself. I think the whole world doesn't want me to talk about a film like Hot Boys. I mean, I'd rather be watching hot women. Would it be hot girls with a Z? But, yeah, I prefer the women territory than hot boys. Like vampires and zombies and Soldier Boys with Michael Dudikoff is tolerable. Funny enough, but Hot Boys. Master P directed this. Now, of course, he worked on other films like I Got the Hookup, and he has his own company. So he took his film company and he worked with PM Entertainment. PM Entertainment was an action company of the day that did quite a few fun, yes, direct-to-video, but fun action movies where they really went all balls out on the action. I don't know how the hell they afforded like tons of explosions and car chases, car crashes, and watch Jeff Speakman's Land of the Free, watch Jeff Wincott's film Last Man Standing, plenty of other PM Entertainment films, and I did this melding of the rapper dialogue, rapper actors, rapper full life, with an occasional PM Entertainment action sequence. And the action sequences are not that bad. You get some really good explosions. The first 5 minutes you get a car chase. That's not too shabby of a car chase. Later on, after a drive-by at a funeral, you have your lead character chasing down this bad guy who's in a van and hits the back of the van, and for some reason there's a gas tank on the back of the van. So like it wiggles loose. And then the good guy hits the gas tank again, and somehow that makes the whole thing blow up. Beautiful explosion where the van blows up and goes forward, but I'm like, why would the bad guy put a fucking gas tank in the back of the van so that the good guy could hit it? And if you just hit a gas tank, will it blow up? I mean, not shooting it, not anything. Even if if he shot it, maybe, but it's like... But anyway, I'm going ahead of myself. The cast, let me just go down the cast here, because there's a lot of recognizable names of actors as well as rappers. There's Silkk the Shocker as your lead guy, Cool, with a K. Not Cool the game, but Cool. You have Gary Busey as Tully. Gary Busey from Lethal Weapon, Point Break. He plays a dirty cop. Snoop Dogg is C-Dog, who's a friend of our lead character. Master P appears in like a 3-minute role as a guy telling cop C. Thomas Howell what he knows. C. Murder, Mystikal, those are guys who are dealing with our lead character when they do form the Hot Boys, which they form it like an hour into the movie, like an hour and change, and there's like 20-some minutes left of the movie, which is weird because the whole fucking film is called Hot Boys, but the Hot Boys don't get together till over an hour in the fucking movie. Sounds like Birds of Prey. Clifton Powell is one of your villains. Clifton Powell, he was the Stone or Pinky in Next Friday. I think he was the guy in Rush Hour who Chris Tucker is pretending with Jackie Chan that he's going to beat him for information, but when Jackie Chan leaves, they're actually like cousins and being friendly. I think that's Clifton Powell. He was also in Deep Rising. He was one of the mercenaries in Deep Rising. You know, I liked him as an actor. Anthony Johnson is with the lead guy's gang. He is a stuttering guy. Stuttering guy. I'm not making fun of people who stutter. In real life, I feel bad that happens. In a movie, though, there is a difference between a movie and a real life predicament. And in this case, you can tell that the stuttering is used more for laughs, to try to get laughs. Because he's the comic relief character, and most of his comedies try to be like Chris Tucker, but if Chris Tucker stuttered. Anthony Johnson, he's the guy who played Ezal in the first Friday movie. He's been in other stuff too. I think he was in I Got the Hookup with Master P, I believe. Jeff Speakman appears in like 3 scenes as a tempo master, because we're supposed to believe that our lead guy Cool studied tempo. It certainly didn't show in the fight scenes. C. Thomas Howell is such a non-entity, you could forget he was in the fucking film. Like, it's weird. C. Thomas Howell, this is a guy who was in The Outsiders, this is a guy who was in The Hitcher, a great movie from '86. He's such a non-entity. He's a cop. He's in the background for most of the time. In the first hour, he's maybe in 3 scenes. His big scene is interrogating Master P for a couple minutes. I'm like, why was C. Thomas Howell even in this film? Like, why did he even do this? It was such a nothing part. Jeff Speakman, I'm guessing because he was working with PM Entertainment, because Land of the Free and I think Running Red was PM Entertainment. So it's like, hey, could you do this? And, hey, get paid. And before I get in depth in the plot, the gist of the plot, Cool has a girlfriend. The girlfriend finds someone who's dead. Dealt with dirty cops and other stuff. The girl tried to help the guy. She got his blood all over herself. She ran from the cops. The cops arrested her. Cool's like, wait a minute, my girl didn't do anything. Gary Busey and C. Thomas Howell, more like Gary Busey goes, and Gary Busey, I liked as an actor. He is turned down. Like, he is bored. He is sleepwalking through this role. He's just talking like this, and let me tell you something. We're going to do this. Like, if it was like, if you watch if you can find I'm with Busey, which was a fun reality show. It wasn't real, but it was still fun. Where a fan met with Gary Busey. Of course, a lot of it's fake, because most reality shows are fake. I don't know if there is a true reality show. Maybe like a Candid Camera and Jackass. Which is funny, Jackass might be the most real reality show out there. Think about it. But Gary Busey in that show and others, like, he's excited, saying very funny, weird lines, and he's got high energy. Not here. It's like, I gotta do this thing here, working with rappers, okay, I go just say my lines here, and blah, blah, blah. Gary Busey tells Cool, if you work with us and you help get Clifton Powell's character, who's a bad guy, we will let your girl go. Cool does it, tells on the guy, gets him in trouble with the cops, gets him arrested by the cops. But when the girl's going to be released, the dirty cop from before enters her cell, her jail cell, and goes, "What do you know? What do you know?" And she keeps saying, "I don't know anything," but the guy's like, "You know something, I know you do." She didn't, so the guy's a fucking idiot. Kills her, and then Cool is, of course, distressed about it. Now, I can't remember if that dirty cop was the guy in the van in the drive-by funeral that happens a bit later. But I don't think they did a great enough job establishing that, because I thought for a minute it was one of Clifton Powell's gang. It was some kind of retribution for the guy getting arrested. But I guess not. I guess that was the dirty cop who decided to do a drive-by at a funeral. And you think, dude, this is the guy who killed his girlfriend. He should be the main villain. Like, he should be the final guy to die. No. He dies and there's like 40 minutes of the movie, half of the movie left. At least 30 minutes of the movie left. I'm like, okay. That's a weird structure movie. And this whole thing about Cool wanting justice. Well, did Clifton Powell and Gary Busey, like, they fucked him over because they're bad guys, but they didn't really, did they really cause the death of the girl? Like, if Gary Busey was in the room with the dirty cop, and then Gary Busey, like, had the final hit, or the final stab, or the final whatever, or if there was Gary Busey in the jail cell, well, I need to protect my men. What do you know? And you start off calm, and then you could go into crazy Busey. That's a missed opportunity. He's like, I don't want to talk to you calm. And then you go into the crazy Gary Busey that we've seen in various other movies. No, we don't do that. The rappers are not good actors. I'm sorry. Snoop Dogg, it feels like he's barely in the film. Like, he's in a little bit at the beginning, and then he pops back in the third act. Snoop Dogg is Snoop Dogg. How you feel about Snoop Dogg is how you feel about his acting in this. It's not really given much lines that are noteworthy. Silkk the Shocker, he's boring. He has no charisma. There's a reason why he didn't get a lot of movie roles. At least Ice Cube, LL Cool J, some others, there's something there if you utilize them well. LL Cool J, I think he was good in Mindhunters. I think he was good in Deep Blue Sea. Ice Cube, I liked him in Anaconda. I actually liked him in Ghost of Mars. I wish it was Jason Statham, which was the original idea, but I thought Ice Cube was actually good himself in Ghost of Mars, in my opinion, for what role he was trying to play, despite Ice Cube hating that film, like most people do. But Ghost of Mars is better than this movie. And I like Ghost of Mars for what it is. I don't think it's that awful. It's not John Carpenter's best. It's not in his top 5, top 10 best, but I like it. Like Gary Busey, he's on autopilot. Jeff Speakman, completely fucking wasted. Completely wasted. I know I've seen this before, because a long time ago, sadly a lot of the videos are gone, I did a Jeff Speakman marathon. Maybe one day I'd like to do that again, because I like Jeff Speakman, Tempo, martial artist. I love The Perfect Weapon, Street Night I like, Deadly Outbreak I would say is my favorite. Land of the Free is fun. After that, really goes downhill. The Expert is pretty lame, because originally it was supposed to be directed by the guy who directed Maniac Cop and William Lustig, and then he got fired. And then I remember reading somewhere William Lustig thought Jeff Speakman was a piece of shit. That William Lustig said, this guy's an egotistical piece of shit, and that's how he got me fired. I don't know. I would love to hear more about that. I'd love to hear Jeff Speakman's side of things. And then he got, I think, Rick Avery to finish it, and then he used Rick Avery to direct Daily Outbreak, which is a better movie. Because I don't know the deal with The Expert. Maybe William Lustig fucked up. I don't know. Because I think the same thing kind of happened in Maniac Cop 3, where he kind of left or quit or fired or whatever the hell happened. And we're going off topic. So going back, yeah, there's a PM Entertainment and then Masterpiece Company working together. You did. I don't care for any of the rap songs, and I don't hate rap. There are rap songs I like, whether it be from Tupac, whether it be from Eminem, whether it be from the rock, rap, heavy metal type of songs you would find on the Judgment Night soundtrack. You're just another victim, kid, with Helmet and House of Pain. Ice-T, when he did the Body Count soundtrack. Body counts in the house, body count. It just, depends, like any other. Yes, I even like Gangsta's Paradise by Coolio. So there are some rap songs I like. Doesn't mean I like every rap song. And I don't like a single damn rap song in this. The opening rap song is, fuck 'em, fuck 'em. Yeah, fuck this movie. Fuck the Hot Boys. If you don't want to look at it as cliche, then don't fucking title your fucking movies like Hot Boys. Because you're not going to be taken fucking seriously. Just saying. Then you have a 5-minute action scene, which, okay, is cool that you did some excitement, but you don't know any of the characters. You don't know what the fuck's going on. So then you're going, why the fuck should I care? Yeah, there's fast turns, cars run into each other, a van, cool looking shot of a van flipping over, crashing. A car jumps to the water. I give credit to the stunt people who worked their asses off for that. But it's like, I don't know about any of the characters. And then in retrospect, if I did grow to like and enjoy and love the characters, just that charisma or personality or acting chops or anything in between, presence, any or all, then yeah, I could go back and go, yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. Start with a bang. Not the case here. And then it flashes back to what led up to that. Cool is with his girlfriend, and girlfriend's mom is there. His friends like Snoop Dogg, Anthony Johnson, that's the stuttering Pee-wee, and he got annoying real quick. Not because of people who stutter, but because they try to make it into comedy relief, and he wasn't fucking funny. He's about as funny as a fucking $3 hooker biting your dick. That's how fucking funny it was. It's about as funny as someone tattooing "fuck this" up and above your asshole. I'd like, no thank you, move on to another ass, and move on to another asshole. So, there's a party, there's a barbecue going on, and then, out of the blue, we cut to Jeff Speakman's place, which is a very, very different looking place. It looks like it's in fucking Japan. I don't know where it is, obviously it's not, but just like, you're in the hood, and then, like, what the fuck? Very, like, are we in a different movie now? It felt like I switched channels, but we're in Jeff Speakman's dojo, training folks. Respect all and fear none. And I'm supposed to buy that cool, got a black belt in Kempo. Sure, okay. If I was Jeff Speakman, I would be offended. Like, I think this martial art is... I take this martial arts seriously, and I'm supposed to make the audience believe that this motherfucker is a Kempo black belt? A guy who can barely throw a punch? Whose minimal fight scenes are laughable at best? It's just a weird addition. That seems like something that, some kind of deal... Like, maybe it's a deal with PM Entertainment. Hey, we got this Jeff Speakman guy. Can you put him in the movie? Okay, fine. I'll write, like, 2-3 scenes with him in it. I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if in the first draft of the script there was no Jeff Speakman stuff. Or that character. I would not be surprised. Who knows? Maybe Master P and them are big fans of Jeff Speakman. I don't know. So then after that scene, Silkk the Shocker's rapping... And the guys are making fun, you guys be hating. But then the girlfriend goes, your rap's the bomb. Says it in the most robotic fucking mannequin way possible. No excitement or love or desire in her voice. Maybe she realizes the rap sucks too. So again, at one point in an alleyway, there's a meeting going down. You got the cheddar? What the hell does that mean? Means you got the money, and one guy gets stabbed. Cool's girlfriend sees it, runs to it. Should I have touched the body? But I'd grant she was trying to do the right thing. But instead, she gets arrested, and then Cool's like, what the fuck's going on? Gary Busey, like I say, he seems bored as hell. And you get these random scenes like this one lady who comes in and goes, listen, I'm not a hooker. I was just at this party. I was dancing like this. And Gary Busey's like, oh yeah? I took my shirt off like this. Oh yeah? And I was seducing like this. And no, you don't see the bare titties, you just see the bra. And I'm like, okay, cool. I get to see a beautiful lady. Doesn't need to be, I mean, this is like out of the blue, and that lady never comes back, and whatever. Just out of the blue scene. Silkk the Shocker can't act. He has no presence. He has no charisma. He's not leading man material. He asks Jess Speakman for help. What it should have been is Jess Speakman goes, okay, we're going to go to the police station. We're going to kick some ass. We're going to get the girlfriend out. I'm going to use my tempo against Gary Busey. Gary Busey tried to fight Martin Ridge and Lethal Weapon. I'm going to take care of him. No, that's not the case. And it wouldn't be the first time he broke into jail. And the expert, he did that. No, I got a lawyer. Oh man, I can't wait a couple of days. So then Gary Busey says, you do this job for me. And then Silkk the Shocker finds out that his girlfriend is pregnant. And he's like, I can't let you have our child in jail. Soap opera bullshit. Even more lame fucking rap songs. He's able, after a few scenes, fuck over Clifton Powell. The cops chase him. Clifton Powell's wearing like a red pimp suit. And he gets on like a wire trying to go like Mission Impossible. And then you hear like this big fa-tang as the thing breaks down. It's a very over-the-top sound effect that seemed like a lot louder than it should have been as he's trying to hang on. It's like fa-tang. It came off more funny than anything. So they arrest him, and then again, this dirty cop asshole beats the hell out of the lady. And you get this silly POV of the guy, like POV of her, where like the guy is like kicking, or he's trying to kick, and his foot's in midair, and it freezes. And he's trying to punch, and it's like, literally, if freeze frames like that, as he's like, and I'm not going to try to kick, but he's like, he can barely kick above his waist, so he's like, yeah. I'm like, he's ready to break his hip, whoever this guy was, and freeze from, it looks ridiculous for a scene that's supposed to be very fucking serious. These goofy freeze frames, but look. So she dies from her injuries. There's a funeral. There's a drive-by in the funeral. And yet it had to take me a minute to go, was that the guy who was the cop? I'm not 100% sure. Did you think that would be the guy? You think it would be this. Silkk the Shocker chases this guy down. You did get it where the van blows up, but, you know, the guy survives, as bullshit as that is. It's not the first or last time this happened. Look at fucking Black Widow. That's a $200 million movie. Look all the damage Black Widow went through. Her car got fucking blown up, and she had no scratches. If they're allowed to do that, this film could have done that. And then have Silkk the Shocker get the guy and go, who the fuck are you? And, like, he could use his tempo on the guy and beat the guy up. Who are you, huh? Finds out that it's the guy who killed his lady. And it's like, it wasn't my fault. And then he tells more about Gary Busey and maybe C. Thomas Howell's characters. And then that's when he decides to build up the hot boys. And then like Silkk the Shocker like beats the fuck out of him, beats him to death and breaks his neck or impales him or kills him. That would make more sense on a story baseline. But no, that doesn't happen. I mean, so this guy, Silkk the Shocker, doesn't know that this is the guy that killed his wife. It just, oh, this is the guy that did a drive-by. And in that chase scene where he hits the back of the van and then the gas tank will hit the gas tank. Whatever. I mean, it looks cool. Nice pyrotechnics. And then he says, I'm going to get my group and we're going to get justice by being a Dane and rise through the underworld. I don't know how the fuck this is getting justice. I mean, the movie doesn't really state that he knew that he just killed the guy. And I think that was the guy. If that wasn't the guy, then that cop never showed up again. That's why I'm assuming it's that guy, because who else would have done the drive-by? Again, for a second I thought it was Clifton Powell's men, but Clifton Powell doesn't know that the guy set him up until like much, much later. So like, this is the guy that murdered your lady, and there's like, it's like the story brings that up, and then the story structure doesn't really make. I don't fucking know, man. I don't know what I'm getting at. So then it's a montage of them going to places, shooting people up, and then them playing basketball. Shoot more people up, then playing more basketball. And then Anthony Johnson is the stuttering Pee-wee. Did you pay enough? You know, where's my watch? Where's my new home? You haven't done shit, Anthony Johnson. Why should you? So because he's not getting paid, he tells Clifton Powell, who's gotten out of prison, hey, Cool is trying to kill you. And so Clifton Powell and the Dirty Cops, which, by the way, for a while, I don't even know if C-Town's Howell was a dirty cop. Because he's not really talking and having conversations with Gary Busey about what they're doing, about setting people up, about fucking over people. I guess you just assume because C-Town's Howell was in the vicinity of Gary Busey that what if he is innocent? The only big scene he has is he's talking to Master P, and Master P's telling about where Cool is. So I guess we assume C-Town's Howell's a bad guy? Because I don't know any other scenes that make us, I mean, whatever. So Cool and Snoop Dogg, they realize Anthony Johnson told what happened. Like, oh yeah, you don't tell on us? Snoop Dogg shoots Anthony Johnson in the back. And then Cool's like, oh man, I was going to shoot him. I was going to give him tickets home. Going to give him plane tickets home. But yeah, he doesn't really feel bad that one of his childhood friends is now dead. Granted, the guy told on him and stuff, but still, it's like... That's why you look at films like New Jack City. Remember the scene with Wesley Snipes? I am my brother's keeper. That's why New Jack City is a movie worth the shit. With rappers in it, like Ice-T. But this movie ain't worth a fucking spit. That's worth the shit. This ain't worth spit. Pretty much you get this action scene that goes on forever, this gunfight scene, where pretty much everybody dies except Silkk the Shocker. He does a shitty fight with Clifton Powell, then shoots Clifton Powell. Snoop Dogg runs the interference. Gary Busey shoots Snoop Dogg. Then our lead shoots Gary Busey. C-Town's Howell gets shot and you barely notice. And then you go back to the beginning where he's in the car. He drives into the water. Then he's going to get 30 years. But then, just from dialogue, almost like this was after the fact. Oh no, well, because I have a friend who's a cop, and we've seen him a couple times in the film, I was able to get 5 years. And what was the line of dialogue? It was like, love. Yeah, that's something to believe in. That's all I got. You know? Memories. Deep Thoughts with Jack Handy. Fuck this fucking movie, man. Well, what about the action? There are hundreds of films. There are hundreds of direct-to-video films you can watch. Most of 95% of PM Entertainment films has pretty damn good action. But at least they have action heroes you can buy more, or stories that are more straightforward, or give more bang for their buck. If you want to hear Silkk the Shocker say lines like that I just said, and try to be a lead, if you want to see Gary Busey on autopilot, you want to see Jeff Speakman completely wasted in 3 scenes where he does no fighting, no kicking ass, no taking names, no shooting, no car chasing, nothing. You want to see C-Town's Howell be a non-entity. If you want to see Snoop Dogg smoke a blood and hang around. You want to see Master P do a cameo in his own fucking movie. I guess this is your movie for you. The plot sucks. The story isn't structured well. At times it feels like it's different films. At one point it's a soap opera film. At one point it's a dirty cops film. Then it's trying to be like a wannabe Scarface. We're the hot boys. We're going to go up the underground. The underworld. From the underground to the underworld. What the fuck does that have to do with getting justice? I don't know. Are you trying to get justice for the death of your girlfriend and your baby? No, now you're trying to get paid like Scarface. So how does that go hand in hand? And people don't say, well, you just don't like movies with rappers. Or you don't. I've said I like Anaconda. I like Ice-T. I mentioned New Jack City. I like Boyz in the Hood. I liked Menace to Society. I really enjoyed Fresh, which is a film. Boaz Yakin, I believe, directed. I could be wrong. Samuel L. Jackson's in it. Fresh was good. I didn't mind the film called Juice. Yeah, this film just didn't cut it. So, with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.